This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
The final race of round of 4 week of the chase. One more chase race left in the 4 Oval Series. Next week, a champion, champions will be crowned. Homestead, Miami for round 5 starting next Monday night right here on MaxSpeedTV. However, tonight, Kentucky Speedway, the Rick Motec Cup Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. And welcome back to MaxSpeedTV. I'm Joshua Medlock, Gary Wells alongside with me again tonight. Gary, buddy, first and foremost, how are you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
I am fantastic.
Well, that's good, man. We got a good cup race here tonight. Lots to look forward to.
I think we do, and I know we got a lot of action. Now, these cars are going to be a lot different from the Xfinity Series from last night. You know, we seen the action last night, Gary. A lot of single file, but there was also a lot of double file as well. I think tonight we're going to see a lot more pack racing than anything.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see a lot more pack racing for sure. With the higher downforce and the horsepower being less, we're going to have a lot of pack racing, especially on these restarts. They're going to be wild and crazy. But I would say after about 10 laps or so, we're going to see drivers spread out a little more into more mini packs, so to
Yeah.
speak. Or maybe we'll see 5 or 6 cars break away in the first pack, and then another 7 or 8 cars, because that's what this package really provides. It provides a lot closer side by side racing.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll see that probably here tonight. And right now we've got, of course, no brainer Cameron Hearn up in the top spot in practice, followed by John Sterling, Alan Elwood. But let's go ahead and get down to the pre-race analytics here real quick. We've got an air temp of 87, a track temp of 97, 150 laps, Gary, same as it was last night. Pretty much everything's the same, miles, 225 miles. We'll get to the tire window here. Fuel, now me and Gary was discussing the fuel window. I've got it 45 to 50. But, Gary, you've got it down somewhere between, what'd you say, 43 to 47, somewhere around in there?
Yeah, around 44 to 48 laps. And,
okay.
And that could give or take. I think 50 might be a little bit more of a ballpark as the race goes on and the pace slows down as more rubber gets on this racetrack. But anywhere from 44-ish laps to anywhere from maybe 50, maybe 52, 53, somewhere in there.
Depending on who is trying to save fuel. Pit road speed, same mile per hour, 45. We got a pace speed here of 55, of course, located in Sparta, Kentucky. But let's talk about that tires, Gary, real quick. 10 to 20 laps roughly on tires here. But we are going to see drivers that know how to save.
Yeah, we are going to see drivers that really know how to save these tires. You know, you can go wide open about the first 10 laps, but then after that, it really starts to push. And we're going to see guys, if they are able to save a little bit in the first 10 to 12 laps or so when you can hold it wide open, that they'll be able to go a little bit faster as the run goes on because they did that, just that little bit of saving. We saw last night in the Xfinity race, 4 laps on tires, on your tire strategy, made a heck of a difference.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to see that magnified tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We went last night, man, 4 tire difference. That's a big difference when it comes to, you know, the Xfinity cars and the track here. Of course, the new configuration, Gary. This also brings more speed here for these Cup cars at this new configuration. Let's get down here to the point standings of the top 12. After round number 3 here, I don't know why that says 2. That did not update there. But we've got Cameron Hearn up at the top spot with 11:32, followed by Michael Mueller, 11:23, 9 points behind Cameron. David Weishart up a spot into third, 11:19, 13 behind the leader. Mike Rominger in fourth, 11:14, 18 behind the leader. GT Hawkins up a spot into fifth, 1,100 even. He is 32 points behind the leader. And Rob Haynes down a spot, going to be in that 6th position with 1099, 33 points behind the leader. And I say right now, just looking at it coming into tonight, the top 6 still have a chance.
Yeah, definitely still have a chance, but I'm looking at this top 4, man. These guys are separated. These drivers are separated by by 18 points. This race is going to have major chase implications of who's going to win or lose this championship next week at Homestead.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, looking at it here, 9, 13, 18, that's, of course, behind the leader. 5 points, Mike Rominger from David Weishart. And then you've got David Weishart to Michael Mueller, 4 points. So, yeah, very, very close between these top 4. But you got 7th through 12th here. And these drivers have got a lot of work to do.
Well, they've got a lot of work to do. And unfortunately, I think it's a little too late. But, hey, finishing the top 12, especially in the Cup Series, being in the chase, just making it. That is nothing to shy away from. These guys have had a really good season in their own right. Just a lot of these drivers here, Alan Elwood in particular. I'll go over the list here in just a second. But, you know, these guys in particular just had a bad, rough luck in the chase, and that happens every once in a while. It happens to the best of us.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But on to that, we've got, of course, Garrett Grant, 7th place. He's got 1078. He is 54 behind Cameron Hearn. In 8th place, we've got Davey Hendricks. He's got 1076. He's 56 points behind. Alan Elwood not too far behind him, another 2 points behind Davey Hendricks. He's got 10.74. And in 10th place, we've got Garrett Heath. He's got 10.48. He's 84 behind our leader. In 11th place, we've got Michael Thwaites. He's got 10.46. He's 86 behind our leader. And rounding out the field, William Hartman. He's got 10.17. He's 115 points behind Cameron. And turn out the lights. The party's over. Williams is really not going to make up a whole lot of ground here in the next couple races here.
Yeah, I don't think he will either. I mean, he can make up some points, but unfortunately the championship itself may be out of Williams' hands. But, hey, you can pick up the most amount of positions that you possibly can here tonight and next week. So, but they are going to get into qualifying here. We're going to go ahead and step away, play the national anthem. We've got, of course, the Cup Series team points to go down here as well, and of course track trends, our past winners, and whatever the case, whatever else we decide we want to talk about here. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Qualifying, of course, has commenced here. And we have 28 drivers who have elected to take a time. Only one driver did not. That is going to be Mike Franklin. And no surprise here, but he had to fight for it. Cameron Hearn is up at the top spot here, grabbing the pole here tonight with a 29.552. Alan Elwood right behind him in second, a 29.554. David Weishart in third with a 29.555. The separation between the top three is ridiculous. Or the top four, I should say. Garrett D. Grant in fourth.
Yeah, I mean, not even a tenth really separating these guys here. So, yeah, it is pretty incredible that it is this close here in qualifying.
Jeez. All right. Well, we got cup points to go down here. We're not going to do overall here tonight, but next week, starting Monday, we will do the overall team points all week long because, of course, the next week, round 5 after the Cup Series, will be where the team, the team champion is. My mind went blank there for a minute. Thank you, Gary. So, start next week, we'll do that. But, Gary, go ahead and go over the Cup Series points coming into tonight for the team.
Yeah, so VRA, to no surprise, is in the lead with 1594. In second place, East Coast Motorsports, they've got 1518. Now, again, this is just Cup. So there is a little bit of a battle going on there for our top spots. So if East Coast could put together these next couple races together really well, they might be able to edge out VRA, but we'll have to see. Third place is going to be Primetime. They've got 1479. In fourth place, it's Evans Wells Racing. They've got 1390. Fifth place is going to be Samson Motorsports. They've got 1361. In sixth place, it's Kickin' Asphalt Racing. They've got 1,112 points. In seventh place, they've got 4X Racing with 983. And rounding out the field here, we've got BDE Legacy with 521.
All right, well, that is just the Cup Series team points coming into tonight. Of course, now they are in a driver's meeting. A shout-out to our admins here tonight, Nick Hunt, and I believe it is Doug Blackman, or is it Calvin Herring helping him tonight? All right, Calvin Herring out there helping him tonight.
Doug hasn't been here the last couple of weeks. It's been Calvin filming those shoes.
All right. So, shout out to our admins here this evening, Nick Hunt, Calvin Herring. Of course, shout out to Frank Rico and the team over there at Rick Motec coming on board again this season to sponsor the Cup Series for XM99. Of course, Rick Nonathan as well, putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme Motorsports and 99. From the oval side to the road side to everything. I mean, 900 plus people throughout both sides, and there could be even more than that. That's just a rough guesstimate here, but a big shout out to Rick out there, and of course, as always, a shout out to Gary. Gary, next week, Homestead Week, a lot going on from now until then.
Yeah, a lot going on, whether it's up front with these guys practicing over the weekend here or behind the scenes with a lot of teams. Looking to finalize their rosters a little bit going into next season. And then, of course, everybody getting fresh new paint. We saw VRA today post on Facebook a brand new logo they're going to have. They've unveiled for next season. So a lot of good and exciting things happen across our community overall.
Yes, there is. And, of course, there's a lot of stuff going on here. They will be opening up a new series, and I can make this official, the Street Stock Series, which will be the lower tier of the oval for the oval side. So, this season, Gary, as everybody knows, the ARCA is the lower tier. Well, the Street Stocks is going to be below that. So that's how people are going to get started now, is from Street Stocks to ARCA to trucks to Xfinity, and then the invite to Cup, if you can. Yes.
The stair step, so to speak. And I think this was a great move overall. It's really going to help the brand, I think, of the ARCA series, where drivers can come in. They run on some bigger tracks in the ARCA series, so it'll help the guys that maybe struggling on the bigger tracks. They get to work on their stuff in the Street Stock series, get to improve their craft a little bit, and they move up to ARCA, and then, of course, the ladder system all the way up.
Yes, yeah, that is a stair step. I think that's a good way. They're going to be 5 series, of course. From what I understand, I don't know if it's official or not. The street stocks will have their own points.
Yes, so they are just going for strictly individual championships. There are no team drivers in there, at least at this time. I think what they want to do is they just want to get 2 or 3 seasons under the belt, get a grip of who's interested, and getting guys to come in, and then they'll probably think about it near maybe in the next calendar year, because we do get about 2 to 3 seasons done in a year of adding 4 team points, of course.
Yes. All right. Well, we got coming down to about 8.5 minutes left, Gary. I know, as always, you've got trends, man. Talk about them.
Yeah, as we see the drivers' meeting getting the lead out here. The trends for tonight, let me pull up my notebook here. First, Chase State for Kentucky. So in the last 3 seasons here, we've seen them run 3 different times. First race, the 3rd race, to the 10th race. It's kind of all over the board. Now they've got it in the Chase. First race on the new configuration as well. So a lot of unknowns going into tonight. I think we'll see something similar to the Xfinity race last night. Based on the notes that I've gathered, we average about 8 leaders to 10 lead changes over the course of a race here at Kentucky Speedway. Average 5 cautions here for about 21 laps. Season 9 had the most cautions. They had 8 cautions for 32 laps. Fewest was Season 8. They had 3 cautions for 12 laps. The average start position for the last 3 winners has been 7th place. The highest person on the grid was P2 by Mr. Wimbish a couple seasons ago. He started P2. And then Season 9, Weishart won from the furthest back, which was P13. And only one driver has led the most laps and gone on to win the race, and that was Alan Elwood last season. And there have been no green-white checkered attempts in the last 3 races here at Kentucky Speedway.
All right. Well, Alan, of course, making the sweep last season for Kentucky. And then this season, it looking like Cameron Hearn is looking to go sweep Kentucky here as well, Gary. So VRA looking to capitalize over this 1.5 mile tri-oval.
Yeah, they're just really good at the 1.5 miles overall. It seems in particular that's their really strong suit. But VRA has really got the old configuration figured out. But as of last night, I think we saw a preview there between Cameron Hearn and Austin Hill and GT Hawkins there. They've really got the new configuration figured out.
Oh, yes, they have. All righty, folks. Well, that's the trends. We've got our picks tonight. Of course, I'm going to be picking the number 3 here this evening. That is going to be Mr. John Sterling. Gary, you've got your pick as well. Who is it?
Well, we went teammates again this week, unintentionally. I'm going with William Hartman, who's currently 12th in points, but he was showing some speed in practice. So I think he's definitely got a good car tonight, but he's rolling off 17th.
Yep, John in 11th. Well, let's go ahead and get to our interview here tonight with our pole sitter. Do you want to interview him, or do you want me to?
Go ahead. I got somebody else I want to interview once we're done.
All right. Cameron Hearn, buddy, got a copy.
I got you.
Well, grabbing the pole out here, but not by much. Your teammate there, Alan Elwood, putting that pressure on you, but you grabbed the pole here tonight. You're looking to go for the sweep out here at Kentucky, but these Cup cars handle a lot different than the Xfinity cars. How's it feeling out there here during practice and, of course, qualifying?
I tell you, this Abruzzi Toyota's got a lot of speed. Alan's fast, Delante's fast. I think we got it's going to be anybody's show. Draft is huge here. Just looking to stay up front, stay out of trouble. Championship is what we're racing for, so I'm trying not to put myself in a bad situation. So if I can stay up front, that's good. But things get kind of dicey up here. I might fall, a little back to kind of stay safe.
All right. Yeah, the battle for that champion is, it's heating up even worse now because we're coming into round 4 here. Only one more race left. So do you got a game plan going forward? Because the tires here are not going to fall off as quickly, but they are still going to fall off.
Yeah, try to race, try to keep teammates around me. If I can have a teammate in front of me, teammate behind me, or, be out front with them behind me, I feel like that's a safe bet. Just staying out of trouble. Draft is huge here, like I said. So just make sure if a guy gets a run on me in the corner, just let him have it.
All righty, buddy. We'll let you get back to it. Good luck, Cameron, and congratulations on pole.
Well, thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, that is Cameron Hearn. Who do we have next?
Well, I figured I would go ahead and pull him up here. He had a
Oh.
birthday yesterday. Decent run last night. We're going to pull up Casey Duncan. He's going to be starting toward the rear. Let's talk to him.
Go ahead. Grab him.
What?
There he
Casey
is.
Duncan, Gary Wells in the booth. Got a copy.
I got you, Gary.
All righty, man. Well, we see that you're kind of struggled here in qualifying, starting toward the back here this evening, P26. How's the car feel up there, the track, all that good stuff?
As you know, I'm not that great a qualifier anyway. I'm better on the long runs. All my practice time was, fuel run, tire run. I got to almost 50 laps on my tires before I had to pit there at the end. But track feels pretty good, a lot like last night. The car handles a little bit differently. Turns a little freer, a little looser, but it tightens up pretty quick.
Yeah, we've been hearing that guys are able to hold it wide open there for a couple laps, and afterwards they kind of get a little bit tight. But sounds like you've got it figured out there, running quite a few laps there in practice. But I know the real reason here. I know that Brandon had mentioned a new sponsor here for your team. Why don't you go ahead and talk about it for a second?
Yeah, Dynamark Graphics Designs printing came on board last week. I ran their car first time and debuted it last week. Did all right. So switching over to the Chevrolet because that's what the sponsor wants. So make them happy. So tonight I'm running a Dynamark Chevrolet Camaro. Still got Serve Pro on board. And then also our Team 4X. But new Dynamark, new paint scheme for the number 18.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to wish you good luck here the rest of this race here to start especially. Hopefully the restarts are playing kindly to y'all. I know that draft's going to be a big key here the first couple laps.
Well, that was my problem last night. I had a pretty good car last night. I felt good. That first run, I caught up to guys. I was just starting to pass when the caution came out. But then on the restart directly after that, I got loose off of 2, went inside and smacked my left front fender on the wall and lost a little bit of power. So it wasn't a very good night for the Serve Pro Toyota last night.
Yeah, hopefully it's a better one here for you tonight, and good luck to you, and we'll see you later.
All right, man. Thank you.
Almost put him with my team. That would have been bad.
That would have been bad. All right, well, let's go ahead. We got it coming down less than 2 minutes. Got to go ahead and take a look at chat, see who we have in here tonight. Looks like we got Brendan Kennedy, Daniel Mosteller out there in chat. Got my brother out there as well. Who else we got? Jeremy Clifton, Brian Odell, and looks like that's about it right now, but we got about 20 watching and about 7 likes.
Yes, sir. We got quite a few. You know how it is. They miss the pre-race show, so they come here and watch the action after a couple laps. We know how it goes around here.
Oh yeah. They'll start coming in as the race gets going here tonight. But thank you all for tuning in. Gary, I think this is going to be a good race. 29 car field here tonight.
Yeah, 29 car field here, a little small on the smaller side than what we're used to here. We normally have about 30 to 35 guys, but I think it'll be a good race still here nonetheless. And I think the fans are in for a good show tonight.
Oh yes, they are. BA Motorsports out there in chat. Not sure who that is, but glad to have you out there anyway.
Is it B as in boy or V as in Victor?
B as in boy. BA Motorsports.
I wonder what that stands for.
Well, I know, but I'm not going to say it. I just don't know who it is.
Keep it G. Okay, gotcha.
Keep it G. Yeah, 15 seconds to go. Oh, I'm ready.
Yes, sir. 10 seconds left here. We're going to get ready to roll out this grid here.
And we'll go ahead and let Gary start him on grid here tonight. How about that?
No, that sounds good to me. We got on the
hang on. Hang on. Jumping the gun here tonight.
You had the button pushed already. You ready now?
All right. MaxSpeedTV starting grid. Gary, go ahead.
Now you're ready. Okay, there we go. Sweeping the front row here tonight, we've got Cameron Hearn and Alan Elwood. Cameron, of course, on pole. Alan in second. Third place And fourth place, we got the Samson boys. We got David Weishart third, Garrett Grant fourth. Fifth is going to be Tommy Haynes. Sixth place is going to be Delonte Ballard. Seventh is going to be Gary May. Eighth is going to be Ed Morris. Ninth is going to be Tyler Holman. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be Danny Ware.
All right, John Sterling at 11th, Michael Mueller 12th, Bobby Tench 13th, Travis McDaniel 14th, Davey Hendricks 15th, Mike Rominger 16th, William Hartman 17th, Logan Keiss 18th, GT Hawkins 19th, and Jacob Bell 20th.
And in 21st, we got Brandon Fries. 22nd, it's going to be Christian DeBoer. 23rd, Brent Cool. 24th, Rob Haynes, starting way back in the field. I guess he didn't have the qualifying run he was looking for. 25th is going to be Michael Thwaites. 26th, Casey Duncan. 27th is going to be Jacob Lee. And rounding out qualifying times tonight is Tommy Massey there in 28th. And rounding out our field is going to be Mike Franklin in 29th.
All right, that is our qualifying grid here tonight. Haven't quite started rolling off here yet. Everybody looking to grid here. Everybody did grid here tonight.
Yes, sir. It looks like everybody is gridding, and pace car's going to get ready to roll here in a minute.
Here we go. We're rolling off. The only time, Gary, you get the speed on pit road.
yeah, this is the only time right here. I know our admins, they like to remind our drivers of that because they only get one pace lap, so they got to pretty much hurry up to get to the pace car here.
Yep, and the only time that you do not have to pass that blue cone, you can come straight up.
The blue cone.
Yeah, the blue cone out of turn number. You don't like the blue cone?
I don't like the blue cone.
You don't like the blue cone. I don't think anybody likes the blue cone. I don't like the blue cone.
Well, I mean, has made it a lot safer since they implemented that in iRacing. Because, back in the day, people would just go up on track.
Exactly. I was told you could turn that off.
Well, I think for some places it's good, and for some places it's not so good.
Well, as we enter 3, Gary, you know what they say.
Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
All righty. Cameron Hearn, VRA. Allen Elwood, VRA on the outside. Out of turn number 4, the pace car dives off to the safety of pit road. Cameron Hearn on the loud pedal. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing again here at Kentucky for the Rick Motec Cup Series XM99.
Yes, sir. It looks like Allen's going to be able to get down into the bottom lane there, coming up into second. As these guys are single file, first through third as we exit turn number 2. Here comes David Weishart with the run. This is what you're going to see here the first couple laps. Just that third place car can get such a big run with the big spoiler.
Yes, it can. David Weishart already up to second. But it's going to be Cameron going to lead the first lap here tonight. Get back here with the side-by-side action going on. Looks like we've got Tyler Hallman to the inside of the 10 of Gary May, Michael Mueller, Ed Morris. They're all right here together with Danny Ware.
Yes, sir. And everybody in the top 10, all except for 2 drivers, were in the same position as they were from the first lap to the second lap.
See if I can find another camera angle. I don't like that camera angle. All right.
So you see Michael Mueller, he's still in this battle here, all the way up to 8th already. Mueller showing some speed early in that 27 car early on in this race.
Yeah, he's got some company, though, coming up behind him. Of course, the 10 of Gary May, Danny Ware right there. Ed Morris, John Sterling has fallen back 1 position. Back here to Davey Hendricks, side by side with a 66 of Bobby Tench.
Yeah, Bobby Tench got something to prove here. He's riding around here, 1 spot back from where he was at the start, but he's definitely one of those guys. He feels like he's got something to prove. Hasn't had the greatest season, so definitely wants to improve here these last couple of races.
Rob Haynes making some spots here early on to the inside of the 4 of Brett Cool. The MaxSpeedTV and Drive for Diabetes machine side by side.
Yes, sir. Looks like Rob's going to take that position. Going to move up one spot from the start here up to 23rd.
Here comes Thwaites to the inside.
Yeah, Michael Thwaites going to be underneath Brett Cool here as they come down the back straightaway. I think Michael might take that position here. But I have noticed right where Rob's running that second lane there, they're about a half to a full lane up from where they were last night in the Xfinity car. Just so you can keep that momentum up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. The Cup cars. Now, it's lower horsepower, but it's a higher downforce package. Now, just because it's a lower horsepower, that does not mean they don't have horsepower. These Cup cars have horsepower.
Yeah, they've got the 550 horsepower package, which, it's not the greatest, but it's not the it's not the worst either. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle with the 550. I know a lot of fans on iRacing and in real life wish they had about 50 to 100 more horsepower in these cars.
So 600 to 650, basically.
Yeah, somewhere around in there, which is how it was about 10, 15 years ago, back in the old Gen 4 car before the COT. So the racing was great then. They think they can make it great here, but NASCAR decided to go with 550. So.
Yep, Tyler Hallman making a pass there over the 10, but the 10 of Gary May going to do a little bit of crossover here.
For the lead. Here comes David Weishart side by side with Cameron Hearn into one.
Here we go.
David's going to take the spot, I think. Can he clear him?
He cleared him. No. Well, he didn't.
Yeah, Cameron's got a little bit more speed up there on that top side. I think we'll see that coming as the night goes on, but looks like David Weishart going to easily take the lead. He does consider, even though he's from Indiana, he's from Southern Indiana, so he considers Kentucky Speedway here his home track.
Oh, so he's from around where you're from then?
I'm from Indianapolis. He's more down near New Albany, which is about 10 minutes away from Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, okay. So he's way down there then.
Yeah, he's way down there.
Crossover, Hearn. Back to the inside. Go ahead.
Yeah, here comes a side-by-side battle with these guys once again. Allen's going to try, maybe. I don't think he's going to make it 3 wide, but he's definitely going to try and get some momentum up and take second away here from Cameron.
They was talking about the draft here, Gary. You can definitely get it in these Cup cars.
Yeah, you can definitely get it in these Cup cars, and these guys are really doing really good. They're single file, but, I mean, like we mentioned early on, definitely going to be a lot closer racing than last night.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Travis McDaniel has moved up to, well, he's not moved anywhere. He's still in 14th. I thought he moved up a spot.
He's passed some cars, so I can promise you that. Just gaining any spots. And that's how it is in this package, too. You can either gain a lot of spots or you're usually somewhere right in the middle pretty much the whole race. I know Logan's basically in the same boat. He started 18, currently running 18.
Well, there is a such... Well, Gary on the outside of the 11 of Davey Hendricks. Davey trying to take that position away. There is a such thing as a chrome horn, but there is also such things as Extreme Motorsports and 99.com rules. So, I'm just saying.
Sometimes you don't even make contact with these guys if you're trying to get them in the rear. Sometimes you just take the air off the big spoiler and they just get loose.
Yeah, it's called loosey-goosey.
That.
Looks like. See here. I'm Nick Hutt and Calvin Herring. I thought somebody else jumped up there, but I was wrong. Well, here we go. Mike Rominger looking to the inside of GT Hawkins. This is back here for around 17th. Yes, David Weishart still hanging on to the top spot, but I'm really back here where the battles are happening at the moment. I'm sure they're going to start yet again up front here before too long, Gary.
Yeah, before too long. That's definitely right. I mean, I feel like there's 3 different phases of this run. You got your short run speed, which is about 5-6 laps. You got your intermediate speed, which is coming from 7 till about lap 20. Then you got your long runs here of 20 plus, because you can get about 45, 50 laps on a tank of gas. So if you really show that speed from lap 20 on, you really do have a fast race car.
Mike Rominger looking to the inside of Logan
Here
Kais.
comes Cameron Hearn. I thought he was looking to the inside, but not quite there yet.
Now, let's get back up here to the leaders. They've kind of separated themselves.
Yeah,
David
these top
Weishart,
three
Cameron,
have
and
really-
Allen.
Yeah, these top three have really separated themselves, and it's a little bit of distance back to Tommy Haynes and Michael Mueller. But like I said early on, we'll see some pack racing the first couple of laps, but then we'll probably see the top 3 to 5 or so, top 6-ish, start to really make a name for themselves and separate from this front pack. So we see Cameron Hart going to the inside.
Oh,
Not
there we
gonna be able to
go.
make it stick. David's going to get that momentum on the high side.
Getting back here to, say the top 5. We got David Weishart, Sampson, Cameron Hart, Alan Elwood, second and third. That's VRA. Then we got Tommy Haynes and Michael Mueller. That's going to be, well, EWR, but there's a name change, technically. So,
As of yesterday, but we'll go with EWR for the next 2 weeks.
All right, EWR. And then Garrett D. Grant, another Samson driver, in 6th. And then Danny Ware back here in 7th. I mean, it's still relatively close, anywhere between a 1/10 of a second to about a 1/2 a second between each driver. So they're still relatively close.
Yeah, we got guys relatively close, but I think they're really starting to settle into their positions too. Because now we're starting to see these guys have to lift a little bit more. And dirty air, even though that draft was nice the first couple of laps, that dirty air draft now is really going to play more of it into effect if we can close in on and get around.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So we see Tommy and Michael. Looks like there might be a battle here for the 4th spot brewing. Here comes Michael to the peek into the inside, but not going to be able to quite get there underneath Tommy Haynes.
All right, well, let's get back here to Tommy real quick. Trying to make some adjustments here at the same time. So,
Well, here comes Michael. He's got the inside position
he
now on
is.
Tommy. And he's clear. Here comes Garrett Grant. Tommy's going to lose a couple of spots here.
Garrett D. Grant going to make the pass.
Yes, sir. He's going to
Back
make
here
that pass
toward
on
the-
Tommy.
Getting back here toward the field, I've seen some passing going on. And I've got Casey Duncan to the inside of the 66 of Bobby Tench. Looks like KC going to overtake that spot. Crossover going between the 4 and the 29. Brett Cool.
Here comes another side-by-side battle up toward the front with Michael Mueller and Garrett Grant. They're side-by-side going into 3.
Michael on the outside. Garrett D. Grant on the inside, and Garrett D. just blinked out.
He's back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the race, Garrett.
He blinked out on our end, but I don't know if he blinked out on the drivers,
They blink out on everybody.
Oh, okay. Well, Tommy Haynes has caught Mueller and Grant once more. William Hartman. Look at this pack of hungry hippos back here. William Hartman, Delonte.
Oh, real tight here amongst teammates.
GT, we're going to go 3 wide. And we're back to 3 wide. Oh, good Lord.
Still 3 wide. I think they'll be 3 wide going into 1. Oh,
dang near 4 with Mike Rominger.
Yeah, Mike Rominger was trying to make it 4 wide, but there wasn't enough room. It's really narrow. It gets really narrow after the start-finish line on the straightaway because turns 1 and 2, it's actually a narrower groove than 3 and 4. Where 3 and 4, as we see, is a lot wider.
Yeah, I think if Mike could have stuck his nose in there safely, he would have made it 4 wide.
Delonte still has a little bit of damage. It looks like the right front's crinkled up a little bit on that.
Yes, I am seeing that as well. Let's get a right front.
Oh, the whole right side looks a little shoved
yeah,
in. Looks
that
like maybe hit the wall.
Ooh, that right front, yeah, it's crinkled a little bit for sure.
And that will make a difference once he, whether he's in the draft or out of the draft. It's really going to create a lot of aero push for that car.
All right, yes, definitely some damage on that 51 machine of Delonte. Well, a little bit of a gap now between David and Allen at about 4/10 of a second, about 2/10 with teammates, Allen and Cameron. At about 1.5 seconds, Garrett D. Grant did get around Michael Mueller.
I just want to mention that David has a little bit of an edge on the competition. He has driven a real-life race car at this facility. So I think if anybody has a little bit of an edge, it's not a pro racer tonight. It's definitely David Weiser. As we see the top three starting to string out a little bit. Not really much of an advantage amongst these top three, pretty evenly spaced out. And then I know Garrett and Michael are kind of spaced out. So is Tommy Haynes. I know Michael, he's trying to figure out where can he find that little extra grip as we're into halfway through this fuel run now. A little more than past halfway. Trying to figure out what can he do the rest of this run and what can he do next run better to maybe eventually get around this 24 car. Looks like Danny Ware and Ed Morris were bound for position. Behind them, we still got that gaggle of cars, the East Coast Motorsports guys running 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. All four of them right here.
Yep. John Sterling, Travis McDaniel, William Hartman, and Mr. G.T. Hawkins.
And GT not having the greatest start to the race. I know he started 19th and he's up to 12th, so he's gained 7 spots. But we know GT. He's kind of a slow starter a little bit in these Cup cars, but usually around halfway it seems like he's right there in the top 10 on the edge of the top 5.
Oh, GT is one of those drivers, too. You've got to watch when it comes to strategy more toward the end of the race. We know GT is very good about saving tires and saving fuel. So
yeah, especially on those tires. He really knows how to work the race car, and I know they got themselves a strategist up there. I know Darren Clement still helps them out a lot up there in the booth, and he does a great job with all 4 drivers with getting them on the right strategy for the end of the race. As we see these guys start to scramble for positions, it looks like Travis McDaniel is going to take over the spot from John there. And it looks like GT is going to pass William Hartman.
The GT making his way up 1 spot at a time, but you know these drivers are communicating. John's going to go high. Going to go ahead and let the 14 go by.
And
John and the 67. So our teammates working together. Battle for the lead, but that didn't take long. Alan Elwood up front.
Yeah, Alan Elwood
first time tonight.
First time up front tonight. You know, he's definitely trying to defend his title as race winner. But he's definitely going to try and see if he can put more of a commanding lead on David. But I think David is trying to save his stuff a little bit. I think they're about another 15 or so laps away from starting the green flag pit stops here.
Yeah, about 15, 16 laps or so. But you can already tell the difference on times. So the last lap, or this lap, for Alan Elwood was a 31.692. His best is a 29.708.
Yeah, and that's almost a 2-second difference right there. And we've noticed even last night in the Xfinity race, we saw even 4 or 5 laps where there was a couple tenths difference. On track, we saw that as, you could catch a guy pretty quick and pass him pretty quick as well. So I think we're going to see a similar thing here this evening.
Danny Ware. Yeah, Danny Ware under fire from the ECM guys.
Yeah, these ECM guys are really working together. They're trying to figure out who's going to lead the train. I think they know that GT is probably the fastest out of the 4. So they're going to try to lead this train up toward the front.
Watching Travis McDaniel trying to get around at the 19, but I think the 19, though, is going to have the preferred line out of 4 across the stripe here.
Yeah, Danny Ware's going to have that preferred line. They're also trying to get around the lap car of Tom Amassing as well in the 05.
Yep, Tom, 2 laps down. Oh, he gets loosey-goosey.
These cars are tight. You hit that apron, it's really going to set the car, especially in turns 1 and 2.
That apron not too friendly.
No. No. It was on the old Kentucky, but not so much with this new one here.
He almost took out the back end of the 25. Watching Tom Massey here, because he is 2 laps down. Like I said, he's really under fire here by the lead cars, the ones on the lead pack.
Yeah, I think Tom is just trying to get out of their way, but everybody runs similar speeds. It's really hard to, quite frankly.
Similar
Especially with
speed.
34 laps on the tires.
Yep, similar speeds and similar lines. Now, Tom did pit about 4 laps ago, so he does have those fresher tires.
He did start the tire and the fuel run, if you will.
Ed Morris. GT going to get around that number 7. Just seeing it out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah. Looks like GT's going to be able to complete that pass over Ed. Ed has had a really strong chase, even though he's not really a chase driver. Oh, we got contact back here.
Whoa! 4-3. Oh, God.
I saw William Hartman get some big time into the wall there. Looked like with him
he
and
did.
Davey Hendricks.
He's got some rear end damage. That number 67 does. So let's see where that happened at on the MaxSpeedTV replay. Still under green flag here.
They're still under green. It looked like Davey had a run, and it looked like William was getting tight, and William just pushes up into the wall, and Davey goes with him. That could have been really bad right there, but everybody having some good awareness and avoiding this wreck here.
Oh, yeah, right there it was. Oh, and it took that back end of the 67 completely off, and it's back. And, yeah, we can see the 4 wide action going to happen right here. Well, the 3, and almost 4. It looks like the 11 getting that damage there kind of choked him up there a little bit, not able to get that run. So, yeah, that's William Hartman going to have some significant rear end damage. Unfortunately, with that spoiler being damaged, it's going to hurt him.
Yeah, it's really going to hurt him. You really want to keep your car clean and pristine all night long. And even a little bit of mess up anywhere. It doesn't matter front end, back end, especially that spoiler. You want to keep that perfectly straight. And it looks like for William, his chances to win tonight are, well, man, they're pretty much over at this point unless he can get a caution to really focus on repairing that damage. Because under green, Josh, you just really more focused on just maintaining your track position.
Yeah, you cannot get it fixed under green flag conditions. As we enter as we are on lap 39, coming to lap 40 the next time by, in about 5 to 6 laps. And it might even be sooner than that. Green flag pit stops.
Yeah, it could be sooner than that, but I think everybody pretty much at this point is just trying to settle in, let a couple more laps go by. We're definitely starting to open that pit window here in the next 4 to 5 laps, so a lot of stuff can happen here. We have seen here in Extreme Josh, the caution happened right before the green flag pit stops.
Yep.
We've seen that happen right in the middle of green flag pit stops. So.
And right at the end.
Yep, right at the end, too.
Well, Jacob Bell, no, we'll get back onto that. We're going to make a pass here over Brandon Freeze for 18. Don't want to mention that.
Yep. And it looks like Jacob Bell trying to work his way up. He's gained 2 spots, not having the night he's been looking for early on, but that Wax Electric Rick's Hot Sauce 77 looking pretty solid so far.
Hey, up 2 spots, I'll take it. Or 3. 3 spots.
3 spots now, yeah. But we're going to see that 67 continue to fall back as he's trying to tuck it behind the 2 of Brandon Freeze.
Oh.
I thought he was about to right rear the 2 car right there, but just timed it perfect.
Oh, that was close.
That was very close right there. Logan Keiss, up to 16th, started 18th, but he's under fire a little bit from Jacob Bell as well.
Bobby Tinch has made his pit stop here. He is off and away.
Yep, Bobby Tinch starting the green flag cycle. I think Rob is looking to do the same thing here probably the next couple laps or so.
Our favorite Canadian.
Definitely our favorite Canadian.
Yep. Known Rob for a very, very long time. Well,
Yeah, it looks
actually,
like
ever since I started iRacing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and Rob's a good guy.
That's why we call him our favorite Canadian.
Exactly. Looks like David really reeling in our leader here. Looks like David's going to go to the inside and take the lead back from Allen.
I have got to give Jacob Lee some credit here. Look at that paint scheme on that number 21.
And here comes Allen Elwood back to the inside.
All right, back up front here real quick. We'll get back on that paint scheme with Jacob Lee here in just a moment.
Sorry, I'm just seeing these guys battle side by side.
Well,
Looks
yeah.
for the good. Here he comes. Allen clears him again.
And
David
they're coming
might try
up.
one more swing here.
They're coming up on that number 21 of Jacob Lee. And that
There's the
pink
car.
Minnie Mouse machine.
Who painted that?
I have no idea.
Looks nice.
It looks nice.
David all over the back
Oh, and he
bumper of that
gets
fast
into
car.
the wall.
Come on,
David.
make the car look good. Come on, man.
David all over the back of Alwood here.
That is no way to treat Minnie Mouse. Come on, man.
No, that's not. Come on. That is Minnie, isn't it? Yeah, that's Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, Minnie Mouse, yeah.
I get a kick out of some of these paints, but I love them. They look good. William Hartman down pit road.
Yeah, it looks like William's going to start the cycle here for leader spitting.
You know, it's not all about the paints. You know, the paints don't make you faster. You know,
No,
it's
they
about
don't.
making the car
Right.
look good. You know.
If you look good, I've always said this as a driver, if you look good, you feel good. As we see some of our leaders now starting to pit. Tyler Holman going to be making a pit stop here this time.
Tyler, where is Tyler? There he is, currently running in 12th.
Looks like David Weishart might be doing the same thing. I saw him drop back significantly.
Yep. Weisenhart, as
basically
Rick calls
Samson
him.
pitting.
Oh, yeah. Good Lord. Garrett E. Grant, Tyler Hallman.
Everybody but Bobby Tinch.
Okay, Bobby got to stay out. I got to pick on Rick Donovan out there. He calls David Weishart David Weisenhart. So,
Yeah, so does Chris Scott. I feel like the last week I was correcting them both a lot, you know. There's no N there, guys. There's no N.
No in. It's Weishart.
Looks like
Allen coming down pit
27,
road.
43 going to be coming down pit road.
Cameron. Gonna give the lead up to Haynes.
One pitting. A lot of guys here, Josh.
Mueller.
25,
Hawkins.
9,
And
19,
good.
holding back.
Logan. Oh, no. Logan all over the place. I think he did that on purpose. Because he got it straightened back up.
He got straightened back up, but he definitely had some significant wheel hop coming into the pits there.
Oh, okay. So
17 of
Will
Tommy Haynes going to be pitting this time. The 2 of Brandon Freeze going to be pitting as well.
All right. Tommy Fries coming down. Freeze, sorry. Got to pick on Brandon, too.
So you know, since I am a team owner of one of the teams here in Extreme, I was just listening on a couple of these guys' tire wear, and it sounded like the right front of that 27 car was down to 32% the first run.
Holy
And that was
smoke-a-moly.
47 laps right there, the first run.
Jeez. Battle between Mueller and GT. GT going to overtake that spot, but man, you just see the cram and these drivers just coming off of pit road. We see more coming down, more coming off. We've got KC coming off of pit road. Tommy Haynes now coming back off of pit road.
And we saw, Josh, that was the most incredible. You thought it was Daytona or Talladega with how many guys came on pit road that lap on lap 47, lap 48 there.
Yeah,
It was half the field.
3 wide as Tommy comes off of pit road. Yeah, you would think it's Talladega or Daytona. I mean,
that's how crazy it was.
Gary May now coming down pit road. The only driver left. He did lead a lap. Not in the chase. You don't get a bonus point for leading a lap, but he did lead a lap. So good job by that number 10. David Weishart will be our leader once everything cycles back through. Alwood, Grant, Hearn, GT will be your top 5.
Yeah, so it looks like our top 5 pretty much the same as when they cycled out here. So
Well,
couple
let's
changes.
look
Looks
at
like
the
we
penalty
have a
chart
couple
here
spots.
tonight, Gary. I don't see
Well,
anything.
Nothing yet.
Good. Good racing out there tonight.
Yeah, the good racing out there. No one had any pit stop issues as far as driving through too many stalls. I think that's always a good night for Nick Hunt and company because they don't like penalizing drivers.
Oh, no. Now, the problem with green flag pit stops, Gary, we got to talk about it, is you're only allowed 5 altogether, 5 pit stalls, whether it be 2
under
in.
green or under yellow, you know.
Yeah, 2 in or 2 out, 1 in and 3 out, or 4 out. You know,
And
a
this
combination of 5.
It does include the one that you're sitting in as well. So.
Yes.
But yes, any combination of 5. I believe NASCAR in real life does 7. So it's a very similar rule to what NASCAR has as well. They have penalized drivers before, especially here in Extreme, of going through 6 pit stalls. I think we've seen before, especially if guys are significantly damaged, go through 12 or 13 pit stalls. And they do have to serve a penalty for that, whether that be an EOL or if they have to take a pass-through. So.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to be paying attention to the penalty chart just in case. But we got D.F. Williams, one of my moderators, one of MaxSpeedTV's moderators out there. He, of course, is all the time over there with Rudy. So, of course, DF is always glad to have you over here on MaxSpeedTV in general, just, you know, throughout our broadcast. Keep an eye on chat here, bud. I do appreciate it. Brendan Kennedy is out there as well. So now I've got 2 of them out there. Just keep it clean. That's all I ask. We hate banning people. But we will do it. So, but glad to see you out there, DF. And DF is going for either the 5, 9, or 25. Hey, that ain't fair. He picked 3.
Huh? All that you said right there just went over my head.
He picked the number 5, the number 9, and the number 25. What I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I heard a 3 in there somewhere, and that's where I got really confused.
The 5, Alan Elwood. Now he is in second. David Weishart has got a gap on him at about 1.6 seconds. To the 9 is going to be Mike Rominger. Mike's in some traffic here. Good Lord.
Yeah, a lot of traffic right now, whether it be lap cars or just other
is the
drivers
17 going to go 3 wide?
Nah, nope. Tommy knows better than that. We still got a little less than 100 laps to go. He's just trying to take his time, but he is letting know Mikey's down there.
And
good
the 20
run by Tommy tonight. He has really put on a good race so far. Has been in the top 10 really the whole race except for pit stops, but Tommy having a really solid performance so far.
Oh, yes, he is. And the 25 being Travis McDaniel, who's actually leading this group of cars here with Mike Rominger, Tommy Haynes, and Tyler Hallman. Danny Ware and Ed Morris making that number 7 yet known again here tonight. He is coming up on that number 19 and company here. We got a battle right up ahead of them between the 9
and the 25.
And the 25.
Mike is going to try to take the position. Tommy going to go with the 9 car. But I think the 25 will have a little bit of an advantage. He gets some momentum up there as opposed to the bottom lane. Looks like Travis is going to be all over the back bumper. But here comes Tommy Haynes to the inside of that 25, side by side at the line. Looks like Tommy got the position. Here comes Tommy again to go to the inside of the 9. Almost 3 wide. Real tight right here.
And Tommy Haynes is no relation to Rob, just so everybody knows.
No relation whatsoever.
We do call them the Haynes brothers, but, you know.
We do. From time to time. When they're running together.
When they're running together.
But Tommy is looking like he's going to go to the bottom once again. Going to try to.
Can that 9? That 9's going to close that door here, Gary. He's not going to let that 17 get by him right now. Get back into Michael Thwaites. He's going to make up a position, make a pass there on my pick here tonight. The number 3 of John Sterling. John's going to fall back to 14.
Yeah, John falling back a little bit, but it's just crazy after these green flag stops. Everybody's making moves. Here comes Tommy once again to the inside of Mike Rominger.
Oh,
He
golly,
really
Tommy.
wants that 7th place. He's going to be right there at his quarter, but I think Mike is just going to get the momentum off. But Tommy's not going to let it go here. He's going to go down to 3 and just send it.
Well, the
He's
thing
down here
about
into 3 and they're side by side.
the thing about Tommy doing this is he's burning up his tires.
Yeah, he is burning up his tires a little bit. I think he should let Mike go. If I was Tommy, just let him burn his stuff up and then try again. But because I've noticed with this tire model, it's all about the heat. If you get a lot of heat in your tires, it's really going to burn them up. So you got to give them a chance to cool off.
Yeah.
So if Tommy's able to do that, then he'll be able to make that time back up. But it's just really critical to not get too much heat in these tires.
Yeah, well, heat them up and then cool them back off. Oh, we're through the tri-oval here. Tommy, you got to look again. Man, Travis McDaniel looking back.
Here comes Bobby Tench slow car here. Tommy's going to clear.
Tommy, going to clear him.
And I think that lap car there, Mike saw it and he was just like, I got to go. It's time.
Travis McDaniel was looking here and saying, guys, you keep this up, and I'm waiting on the mistake because that allowed Danny Ware in the 19 to catch that back bumper of the 25.
Yeah, it really did. Sometimes you just got to be patient, and I know it's really hard in this package to stay patient because spots, you really take those for granted. The track position is just so important on the with this aero package that the Cup cars provide.
All right, about 10, 11 more laps. Going to be at that halfway mark here this evening. David Weishart. Nowlin has closed the gap. Down at about 0.3 of a second to David. Garrett D. Grant third. Cameron Hearn fourth, and GT going to round out the top 5. Mueller in 6th. Haynes 7th. Rominger 8th. McDaniel 9th. And Ware going to round out the top 10 here this evening. Lap 66 here tonight. And we've been green flag, Gary, the whole way.
Yeah, 66 laps of straight green flag racing. It's really showing a testament to these guys. If you give them a wide track and they get to show their patience, it really does begin to pay off a little bit.
Okay, so they've been out here now. We, have those green flag pit stops. They've been out here anywhere between 5 and 20 laps. 5 being Tom Massey.
Tom Massey just made a pit stop, so I'm not going to really count him.
Okay,
really,
so
it's
anywhere between 17 to 20.
Yeah.
So they can go another, let's see here, 40, another 25, 30 laps roughly.
Yeah, somewhere around in there.
Yeah. Two-stopper?
2 stops to the end, yes. These guys will have to make one more stop after this Cup coming stop. So 2 stops
so
to the end. Here comes Alan Elwood to the inside of David Weishart. David does have the outside momentum.
And David, there he goes. He's blinking out again.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He's gone.
Uh-oh. Not good for Alan. Not good for David here.
David!
His quality's at an 83, 61. He's about to throughput.
Oh, no! David Weishart!
Falling down to 54 now. Down to 44. He's going to throughput.
Oh!
Wow. Tough break for the hometown favorite there. Down to 38.
No!
He's gone.
And there
Tough
he
break
goes.
for David.
There he goes, David Weishart coming into tonight. Third in the points, only 13.
And that's not going to be a good point tonight for him.
No.
28 only now for David Weishart.
Only 13 behind Cameron Hearn.
And David Weishart is officially throughputed. There he goes.
Oh, yeah, I just seen him fall out of TeamSpeak here as well.
That's usually a
Oh,
telltale sign of the internet going out. So that now leaves a 3-second gap between Alan Elwood and Garrett Grant. And it looks like Cameron's maintaining his gap right there to Garrett is to Cameron Hearn. And then another decent little gap here to GT Hawkins.
Yeah, but everybody pretty much spread out here tonight.
I just want to point out that GT Hawkins and Michael Mueller are running pretty much exact lap times. The last lap, GT ran a 31.666 and Mueller ran a 31.675. So these guys are basically equal on their speed.
Oh, yeah, pretty much equal.
Change over from 31.620 to 31.721. So these guys right there with each other.
Man,
and that's why it's just so hard to pass.
And I'm heartbroken for David.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it hits me hard, man.
And that's definitely going to be another one of those chase implication moments right there for David. He's had a lot of bad luck this season, and really you're in the chase too.
Yeah, I'm a broadcaster, but I do have a heart, folks. And, man, when you see a driver fighting for a championship or just fighting in a race, and that happens, we're only human, and it hits us. So,
oh, yeah, it's definitely hard to see, but, sometimes it definitely opens the door to a lot of other drivers. It's something for sure. Definitely hate to see it.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you was talking about the gap, and not many battles going on right at the moment. Everybody pretty much kind of gapped here. Who is looking for a caution, though, I believe is going to be the 66 of Bobby Tench. One lap down, he's like, all right, give me a caution. Give it to me. I'm ready.
Yeah, I know Bobby's looking for that caution for sure. He wants that caution to come out, but he doesn't want it to be him. It looks like there's a nice battle here for that third spot. GT's going to get around Cameron Hearn here for the third spot. But Cameron's not going to let him go easy. Yeah, well, GT was able to pull the gap there into turn number 3. And that groove has moved up a little bit since the beginning of the race. We were seeing these guys run the patch, and now they're about a half lane or so above the patch. So,
whoa, Roman Jer and Tommy. Golly, guys.
Yeah, these guys are still battling out hard here. Look at this gaggle of cars. Oh, Tommy, real close with Mike.
Here comes Travis.
And Mike's going to get the spot. Here comes Travis McDaniel.
Danny Ware. I wonder if he's wearing out those tires. Sorry. I got to throw a pun in there somewhere. Danny Ware's a good guy. I love talking to Danny. He's cool.
Now, I want to know, did Tommy hit that outside wall that last lap? I don't think he did, but it definitely ruined your momentum. Anytime you got to back up the throttle and make a sudden change of direction like that, it really ruins your momentum.
I'm looking at the right front here on Tommy Haynes, live on Max Speed, and it looks like it's A-OK, but...
I couldn't tell if him and Mike made some contact there or not. I don't think they did. But I thought Tommy hit the wall. Guess he didn't. That's some good car control there by Tommy Haynes.
Kind of moving the camera here on the right front of Tommy Haynes, Danny Ware, right up there with these drivers, right up there ahead of Tommy.
And here comes Tyler Holman. He's looking to try to reel in these guys if he can.
Haven't been able to do a crank it up here tonight. They are spread out. So,
yeah, it looks like here in about the next 10 laps, they're going to make another pit stop, too.
Lap 79. Well, we are over the halfway mark here as they are going to get around Brett Cool now, the first driver, one lap down. Looks like no, Christian DeBoer is going to be the first driver a lap down as the lap cars do battle here.
Yeah, lap cars do battle here, and that's a very important battle there between these two. We don't emphasize it enough, but really important battle because that'll lead to the Lucky Dog versus a wave around situation. And Josh, when you're a wave around car, you don't get the option to pit. You have to stay out.
No, you have to stay out, and that can hurt you.
Yeah, that can hurt you, but it also can help you if you get a quick caution.
Up, Christian DeBoer on the outside. Here comes Brett Cool back to the inside.
Looks like Christian's going to be able to make that way outside lane work. He was way up in the gray there, but he made it work.
I think tire difference.
Yeah,
about four tire difference between them.
It's pretty much even at this point as far as a fall off in lap time. So you really see that at the beginning of the run, but
4 tire difference.
four lap. Caution's out.
Oh, caution! Tommy! Oh no! Tommy Haynes!
Tommy, that's another car I have to pay for, Bubs.
Oh no!
See what happened?
What happened?
They made contact. Big contact between the 17 and the 19. So big it blinked out.
Looking at it here on MaxSpeedTV.
Door to door, and the 19 just mistimed it and just got into the right rear of Tommy Haynes.
Oh, taking a look at it. Taking a look at it. So down into 1. And then, yep, right there it was. And, I'm going to go ahead and call it as I see it. So I'm going to go ahead and get on a chase view here of Tommy Haynes. I'm going to pull it kind of back as we go into 1 here. Slow it down. They didn't touch. And that upset the 17. And then there was contact.
Pit stops.
Then that sent the 17. And he goes for a ride and a half here tonight. Of course, we'll get the official word from the admins here this evening as pit stops are going to happen. We are going to step away, play a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Commercial break. Rick Motec, check them out. RickMotec.com. Of course, don't forget, put the www dot in front of that to get to the actual website. But it's time for an interview here tonight. And I'm going to let Gary grab our first interview and interview him. Gary, go ahead, bud.
Let's see. Who do we want to talk to?
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot again. Sorry.
Let's see. Who do we want to talk to?
Man,
I'm not going to pull up a 17 car or a 19 car.
I think that number 9 should be pulled up here.
I think that number 9. We should pull up that number 9. Where the heck is he?
Mike Rominger
He's in prime
is.
time.
Go ahead, grab him.
Mike Rominger, got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, bud. Well, you've been running pretty solid here. Up 10 spots since the start of the race, up into 6. How's the car been feeling here?
It's pretty good in 1 and 2, but it's a little tied off in 3 and 4. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, what's it been like making all these passes here now that you're on the verge of the top 5?
Well, I ain't too good at the beginning of the run, but further along I go, it seemed to get a little better. So, see what happens.
All right, well, we'll let you get back to it here. It looks like you guys are about to restart here in just a little bit, so good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that is
Takes me
Mike.
back. They're down there on the list.
Are you minimizing everything?
I'm minimizing everything, but
Okay.
still
All right.
down there on the list.
All right, well, that is Mike Rominger in the number 9 machine, man. Started 16th, running 6th here. Allen up front. The lights are still on of
they did
the
roll
pace
that,
car.
At fault, the 19 after contact with the 16,
right.
or with the 17 rather. So the 19 will be getting an EOL here on the start here. Restart.
Okay, so yeah, we're not admins. We don't make the call. But I am the guy. I do call it as I see it. But the admins determined it as contact. So we'll leave it at that. Admin's got a tough job. I give them kudos.
And honestly, whether it's a foot of net code or 6 inches of net code, you can pretty much tell, because some of these admins, they do race during the week. Like Nick, I know he races on Wednesday night or Tuesday nights in the truck series, so he could kind of tell, being a racer himself, that definitely it may be a little bit of net code, but it was even contact as well that initiated that accident there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to look at it. They look at it from several different angles.
Yeah,
I look at it from one angle.
Yeah,
so,
they look at it from a couple more angles than we do. Of course, we got a lot more custom cameras, but they definitely look at it from a few more angles than we do, better yet.
Oh, yeah, they have...
Looks like Alan's going to pick the bottom lane here.
Yes, he is. And Gary, get him going here, bud.
All right, well, they're through 1 and 2 right now, so, yeah. All right, these guys still side by side. Lights are off on the pace car. Coming through turns 1 and 2. Allen, Garrett Grant, GT Hawkins, Cameron Hearn, Michael Mueller, your top 5.
Not to interrupt you, Sergeant Slaughter out there in chat. You know who that is. That's Brad Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Sergeant. All right. Well, pace car lights are off. Still waiting on the restart here. All right. And the pace car going to be making that dive off into the pit lane. Alan Elwood controls it here. And Allen's going to wait a little bit for the green flag, but green flag back in the air. Allen back on the loud pedal. He's going to get a heck of a jump. And it looks like the 15 of Cameron is going to dive down to the inside right in front of Michael Mueller.
Oh, whoa, all right. Well, let's get down here to Michael. Yep, we do see it.
And Allen's going to be able to pull away just a little bit, but GT's there in second. Here comes Michael Mueller down to the inside of the 24. Garrett Grant. Garrett really going to struggle here on this restart.
Oh.
Real tight right there between those two cats.
Yes, very, very tight back here. Travis McDaniel, Ed Morse, Logan Keiss as well in the mix here with Gary.
Those two are old around each other.
Yes, they are. Well, I think it's about time here tonight. And these guys out here running and gunning, bumper to bumper, neck and neck. Let's go ahead and do it here this evening. Crank it up on MaxSpeedTV.
Sounds good.
Howdy, folks. Back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the Crank It Up cam here. We're going to be on Gary May coming back live. He's under fire with the 51 of Dante Ballard to the inside. Rob Haynes also right there with this bunch. But, Gary, under the Crank It Up cam, what did you see here tonight?
Saw a lot of tight racing amongst our top 5, really our top 10 overall. Looks like the 14 now is going to try to make a move here on Cameron Hearn, but saw a lot of tight racing there with GT Michael, as Michael's getting a heck of a run on the high side here. Just sending it coming off of turn number 4.
Just send it, send it, send it.
And looks like GT's trying to come back on that inside lane. Going to make it work for the moment. Side by side, real tight here amongst these two.
Well, we haven't talked about the side draft. You can get a little bit here.
You can get a little bit here, but it's not as big as the effect as we would on these bigger tracks like Michigan, California, Daytona, Talladega. But you do get some side draft.
Auto Club. Oh, wait, that is California.
California. I still call it California, even though the name's been changed for like 10 years.
I call it Auto Club. Man, that 24, Garrett D. Grant.
He's right there with these guys.
He is kind of pitched. Here comes Mike.
Here comes Mike, too, yeah.
And Michael Thwaite's back here looking like, guys, go ahead and do something.
Battle for third. Here comes Michael back to the outside. He's going to get a push here from Garrett Grant down the straightaway here. If I was Michael, I'd be giving a thank you card to Garrett Grant right there for that push.
Michael
Garrett's
Atkins.
going to make it close there across the nose of Mike Rominger.
Oh, Rominger.
It's just an intense battle for third right here. This is a recipe for a 4-car wreck.
4th, 5th, 6th. Oh! Michael Atkins.
Such a good run there on that outside. Just can't quite complete that pass on GT.
No, he cannot. Now, I want to mention here real quick as we watch the battle here between Mueller and GT. Of course, Grant, Rominger, Thwaites, and these guys. But Michael Atkins out there saying he could beat these guys with his eyes closed.
Well, we'll see about that next season, Michael.
Is that a threat?
I wouldn't say it's more of a threat, but it pretty much confirms that he does have a ride with East Coast next season in the Cup Series, from what I heard. They're still working out details, I think, but I know that Michael said he's definitely going to be running some Cup races next season.
Oh, maybe a development? We don't know.
I don't know. That's what I said. It's the details, man. I don't know if it's development or if it's full-time. They didn't tell me that.
Well, we got some smack talking in chat, so that's what I'm saying.
That's Michael for you, man. He likes to do that every once in a while.
Yeah, I've known Michael for
But it looks like this battle has pretty much died here. It's kind of settled down now.
It's not died. It's died for right now, but it's going to heat up again.
I think Michael's just trying to cool off his tires a little bit because he knew he used up a lot there trying to get around GT. Just wasn't able to quite get it done.
All right, well, back up front, Elwood, Hearn, VRA 1 and 2, once more. Allen started second, in first. Hearn, our pole sitter, started first, in second here. And then GT back from 19th to 3rd. I said you have to watch that 14. Look where he's at right now.
Yeah, GT always knows how to put on a show here during these races. He doesn't qualify the greatest in this Cup car. I think he's still trying to figure it out, but he started 19th tonight, up 16 spots. Which I think that ties him and Michael Thwaites together, I believe, for the most positions gained in this race so far. Looks like David Weishart is connected back into the lobby here. Too late for him.
Yeah,
though.
glad to see him back out there, but I don't think they're going to have 32 cautions. If they have 32 cautions, Gary, I'm going to have a talk with the admins.
I don't think they're going to have 32 cautions, but I just remember Tommy Haynes and I believe Danny Ware are both out of the race. So if he'll pass
What?
these guys. They got
Oh,
11
yeah.
laps here. So 11 lap lead on these guys.
Let's see
but
here.
He'll be able to make up those 2 spots.
Seven laps for 7 laps from what I'm seeing. That's the INT on the timing screen there, bud. INT 7 laps.
Oh, I can't count. I'm sorry. You're right. It is 7 laps. Get that Indiana education right there. They didn't teach me crap.
Did you go to the university? Did you go to the University of Indiana by chance?
That does not exist, sir. I don't know what the University of Indiana is.
The Hoosiers.
You talking Indiana University? There you go.
Whatever.
It's not the same. But yes, David will be able to at least finish. David will at least finish 27th tonight.
Yeah, 26. Yeah, 27th because Tommy Haynes.
He's not gonna be able to finish.
Unless Tommy can get that damage fixed, or Danny Ware get that damage fixed to get back out there.
They've got quite a bit of damage. I think it looks like at least both of them have 30 minutes worth of damage. So he's going to come back out here and pass these 2 guys for definitely here. He's got 5 laps now.
Yeah, and you get points for where you finish.
Every position, yeah.
Yes.
Every position right now is worth the point.
Yes. So, David, going to finish 27th. I would get that position. I would still keep that pressure on Mueller and Hearn, of course, wherever they finish here tonight. We don't know. We're coming to lap 110 here the next time by. Going to be 50 to go as we take a look at that caution count number here this evening. I'm sorry, 40 to go the next time by. Where's my math at?
The one and only caution here.
Yeah, 1 caution, 5 laps so far. 41 laps remain, 40 next time by, but we've had 11 lead changes here tonight, Gary. 11. I think that busted.
Busted the averages here, and I think the record for lead changes here is 12, and that was season 10, so a season ago.
Well, that's 11 right now. We might have more. We don't know, but we're going to go ahead and bring up the driver bar again. GT still leading this group of Garrett E. Grant, Michael Mueller, Mike Rominger, Michael Thwaites. Where did all the Michaels come from here?
Definitely a battle for the Michaels.
Now, I think Mike Rominger's name is Mike. It might be Michael.
You mean Michael?
Yeah, Mike Rominger.
Yes, could be Michael Rominger.
It could be Michael Rominger.
But we don't know.
We don't know. We're just going to call him Michael here tonight. We got
it's
a
the
battle
Michael,
of
Michael,
Mikes.
so you know which one I'm pulling for.
Man, this is close. Battle of the Mikes here. 5th, 6th, 7th. Tyler Hallman. Oh, he's under fire. The 33. Who is that?
33. That's David Weishart. Not
Here.
Weisenhart.
Yeah, Chris and Rick.
I'm just going to say it every time I see it.
But Tyler Hallman, John Sterling, Ed Morris, Travis McDaniel, pretty much right here together. You talked about the packs of cars. That is what we're seeing. The separation, whether it be 1 and 2, and then, 3 and 4 cars together, 5 and 6, or whatever the case may be, we're seeing it right now late in the race, Gary.
Well, and also I just wanted to point out, looks like Weishart's going to be able to pass both Danny Ware and Tommy, so he's going to move up to 27th position.
And Tommy has officially taken his car behind the wall.
Yeah, he is done for the night. Looks like a battle amongst teammates beginning to brew here as they see a slower car up ahead with Brent Cool. What's Brent going to do? I think he's going to stay right there running the same line as the leaders. Looks like he's trying to get out of the way, though.
He's on the outside as we make our way down into turn number 1. The leaders, Alan Elwood, Cameron Hurd, are going to get around that number 4. Drive for Diabetes Awareness.
And
Check them
here amongst these next 3 right here.
Oh, Garrett
you see Garrett, he's getting a push from his teammate, David Weishart.
Yes.
Going into 3. Trying to help him get around that 14 car of GT Hawkins.
Yeah, David
man,
he is trying his best to get him up there. Oh, here we go. Ed Moore's down pit road.
I told you they were probably going to break this last segment in half. And basically what they're doing here. I know they ran 33 laps. That's their shortest stint of the night. They normally have been running about 45 to 50 laps. So they're kind of a little short. They
can make it.
But they are good to go on fuel from here.
Yep.
This is the last stop.
And here we go. GT coming down. Thwaite's coming down.
Mueller is going to be pitting this time, I do believe.
Mueller. Let's get up here to Mueller. Oh, he's on the backstretch.
Mueller's not pitting this time. Sorry.
Oh.
52. Tyler Hallman going to be pitting, though.
Hallman coming down.
Baby Hendricks here. Oh, the 11 got loose, and the 82 is going to make contact. Oh, but no caution. It's all good.
The 11 has damage, but we've got to look at that here. As we see the leaders coming down pit road.
All the leaders.
Now we're going to take a look here at the damage or the contact here on another round of green flag pit stops here tonight. We're going to be on the 11 of Davey Hendricks.
So we're going to see Logan Keisel lead a lap here. Or a couple laps.
There. Yep, there it was. The 43 and the 11, then the 82 and 11 make contact. Logan going to lead a lap.
Delante's going to be in second. Rob cycled up to third place.
He's led 2 laps.
Yes, he stayed out for a couple now.
Huh. Mike Franklin on pit road. Cameron Hearn, Allen, GT, Ed Garrett, everybody from about 8th on back has made their pit stops here. So the top 7 have yet to pit.
Yes, sir. That's about what I'm seeing here. That is correct.
Logan up
and I think these guys are just wanting it to cycle out a little bit, maybe even catch a yellow. As we see Tommy going to the inside of the 43. 56, Christian DeBoer making a pit stop.
All right, DeBoer. Everybody going around the outside. DeBoer coming down. Red line. 56.
Yes.
So 6 drivers have yet to pit. 39 to 40
they're going to be able to swing around Cameron Hearn here now. 15 and 5 going to be back on the lead lap together. And so is GT. Those are your top 3 if everything cycles out.
Yep, Ed Morris will be next in line.
Yep, that'll be for 4th position here. These guys in the 7 and the 24 battling it out. They're trying to get around Logan.
Yep, Logan to the inside. Looks like everybody going to go to the outside.
And I think if you're Logan here, you got to pit now. You've
got to come down. You have to. You're seeing these leaders make their moves and passing you, but Logan's not going to do it. He's going to stay out.
For 40 laps now. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. But that's just me. I know they're back on the lead lap and that kind of thing now, but.
Well, Brandon Freeze will be your last driver to make the pit stop.
I don't think these guys can stretch
it. I don't think they can either. I mean, 41 to 42 laps.
And then we got another 25, 26 to go, 27 to go here. It's like 60 laps. They ain't gonna be able to stretch it that far.
All right, no way.
5, but no way like 60 some on a tank of gas.
Well, here's the thing too, Gary. You know, these guys stay out, run it as much as they can. Everybody else that has made their pit stops, Cameron Hearn, Alan Elwood, GT Hawkins, and so forth.
They will have 5 to 10 lap pressure tires in these
yeah,
guys. You know, point there.
Let them burn their stuff up, and then, get your lap back the old-fashioned way if you can. Do that, and then burn your stuff up coming to the front.
Yeah, that's basically how you got to do it.
I think right now it's go time. You got to go.
Yes, sir. Definitely for sure right now is go time. As we're seeing Davey Hendricks getting around Delonte Ballard, his teammate. Davey going to try to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. He's going to be chasing down Logan next here.
127 of 150. Here comes the 11 of Davey Hendricks. He's going to get his lap back the old-fashioned way, but on the outside.
On the outside line.
When is that 43 Norton Graphics machine gonna come down? That's the thing. He's got Delonte Ballard still right there with him. The top 6 still yet to pit. And Cameron Hearn, 14.3 seconds behind
Delonte Ballard going to be making
Delonte. All right.
Just saw it on the text chat here for iRacing.
All right, Delonte. Yes, the Abruzzi 51 coming down. I've known Delonte since SRA. I've raced against that man. Now, let me tell you, I won't do it again. I won't do it again.
He was bad fast back in the day.
I'll race him for a Klondike bar.
Looks like Logan's going to let Mike Franklin and William Hartman go.
All right, Mike Franklin and William Hartman. I will race Delonte for a Klondike bar. That's about as far as I'll push it. Get back up here to Allen.
47, 48 laps now.
Cameron Hearn going to overtake Allen. Go ahead, Gary.
Well, it looks like our top 5 have still not pitted yet. So it's going to be interesting with these two. Here comes Garrett Grant taking over positions up to 6 now.
I've got him in 8, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Sorry, my ATVO kind of freaked out there for a second.
Once everything cycles through, it's going to be Hearn, Allen, Elwood. It's going to be Hearn, Elwood, and Grant, top 3. That's what it's going to be.
Yep, that's what I'm seeing here now, too, is it's finally calming down a little bit.
Yeah, ATVO ain't perfect, so it has its hiccups. 20 to go here, 19 to go. Is Logan gonna stretch it?
I mean, that's what it looks like. Him and Rob Haynes and Gary May, Casey Duncan, all of them.
Oh, Lord. Under 9 seconds.
Away, you know?
Yep. Oh, no. KC! Brandon coming down.
Going to cave. Brandon's going to cave, yep.
I suspect Logan and
Our
Gary
top 3 here.
And Rob.
43 making the pit stop. Blair Patterson calling it out, the crew chief.
All right,
29.
Logan.
Also pitting. They were waiting for a caution.
Down.
They never got it.
50 laps.
That's about how long they
for
construct it.
Logan.
Same thing
Rob
for Rob
Haynes.
Haynes as well. Gary May,
50.
51 laps, and he's staying out.
And Gary May, yeah, 51 laps. I'm going to throw.
He's not going to have enough time, I don't think.
No.
I think these guys are 10 car going to be pitting now.
Yeah, Gary's like, I've got to come down pit road. I cannot do it. But here's the thing. 17, 16 to go the next time by. We see these guys come down pit road. They're going to have the fresh tires.
They're going to need this run to go green.
They're going to need it to go green. If we get a caution,
there it is.
Everybody comes down pit road.
Yeah, everybody's going to come down pit road to get 4 fresh tires here if we do get a yellow. But I just don't see that happening as of right now. It looks like Garrett's all by himself up here in this 3rd spot.
Garrett D. Grant, yeah, he has nobody behind him, up in front of him. He's, well, I don't know. He's got Brent Cool there with him. Now, Brent is 3 laps down, but Brent is right there with him.
Brent's hurt with who? Oh, Grant?
Garrett D. Grant, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like Brett Cool is going to go to the inside of the 24. That 24 is not going to fight him. Not going to fight the 43 either, it looks like.
No, and they know that they've got the freshest tires out there, so just let them go.
Oh, Logan is just going to blow past that number 4.
He just blew the doors off of Brett Cool.
Like, boom, I'm gone. 14 to go.
Here comes Casey Duncan. He's got the freshest tires, too. He's going to get around Garrett Grant.
Now, these drivers are 1 lap down.
Not for long.
But 14 to go. 13 this time by. Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of changes happening to this top 3 here before the end of this thing. Maybe a change for the lead, but that would be about it. As we see Logan getting around the VRA boys, just that 20-lap fresher tires makes a difference.
Well, Blair Daddy Patterson out there in chat saying that he is good on fuel, which,
Obviously.
Logan is good on fuel.
With 10 to go, I'd hope you're good on fuel.
Yeah,
Blair, I hope you put enough fuel in the car.
10 to go.
3 wide here, 2 for position, 1 for knock. Casey Duncan just sent it in there, that corner. Here comes Alan Elwood to the bottom. He's going to be able to take that position
away from him. Are we
going to
see another 3 wide? Yes, we
wide
will.
Behind him here.
The 29.
Here comes Rob Haynes. These guys battling for position. These guys trying to get back on the lead lap.
Rob, yes.
Here comes Rob to the bottom.
Now, he may be good on fuel. That would be Logan Keiss, Rob Haynes and company. Are they good on tires? Because they're still 2 wide back behind them. I mean, tires is going to be the biggest thing. It's going to come down to the tire wear.
Not going away on that 5.
10 to go.
This battle for the lead is really heated up with these lap cars being on newer tires. Here comes Brent Cool to the bottom, underneath Cameron Hearn. Gary May is going to go with him.
Gary May.
Here comes Brent Cool to the inside of Alan Elwood. Gary May.
The 15. Cameron, no caution.
No caution. Here comes more cars. Here comes Garrett Grant. Here comes GT Hawkins.
Oh, no.
Here comes Mike Rominger.
Might
not going to be much pace implication.
No, here goes Mike to the
Mike.
inside.
Cameron's just got a lot of damage here. This
that right front is crinkled. Here comes Mueller to the inside. And he's going to overtake the 15. 18 Elwood. Elwood is up front, but I call him Alwood.
Hey, it happens.
Garrett D.
You got the AL
Grant
and
in
the EL
second.
there.
Yeah.
And the top three pretty much spread out. I mean, there's really not much more positions you're really going to gain here. No
7
cautions,
to
surprisingly.
go. This time
Plenty of time here. I think for Michael to possibly take fourth place away.
Mike Rominger does have Mueller right there with him at about 0.3 of a second. Ross J09 out there, or 009.
I think that's
Glad to see
Bryce
you out
Sinisek
there. It might be.
It is Bryce Sinisek.
The 09. How you
Can't
doing, Bryce?
Not much of a battle here. I think we might see a battle for fourth here
I'm
between
not
Mike
worried
and
about
Mike,
Allen
but,
right now, so
I think there might be a battle here between Mike and Mike, but I don't think
Mike and Mike
it's
and
gonna
Mike?
happen.
Mike and Mike.
Well, just the two Mikes, Rominger and Mueller here.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
think the Waits might be able to get up there too. I mean, he's only 1.3 seconds back.
Yeah, but he does have a pack a little bit.
Well, he's got Jacob Lee, who is behind him, who is 4 laps down, and then right behind him is going to be, I think that's the...
And Cameron is really
I don't know who that
dropped back.
is.
Cameron Hearn has dropped back to the 11th spot here
Oof.
since that contact there with Gary May.
Yeah,
That
the
really
05.
messed up Cameron's car.
Yes, it did. Man, that damage on that 15. 4 to go here tonight. 4 laps remain. Don't think there's enough time for Kais to get up there. But hey, he has got company, though, with Bell behind him. Got to get up here on Allen. He is 2.8 seconds now ahead of Garrett D. Grant. GT Hawkins at about 9/10, almost a second behind Garrett D. Grant. As we are at the 3 to go, next time by 2 to go, we're going to go ahead and bring it up. If we get a green-white checkered here, they only get 1 attempt as we take the 2 to go. The leader has to, of course, take the white flag before a caution. If he does, then whatever happens, happens. If a caution comes out before the leader does that,
Green, white, checkered.
green, white, checkered. However,
But I don't think a
Allen,
caution's coming out. Point is, here comes Allen Elwood to take the white flag.
Allen
caution.
out of 4. Here we go. Across the stripe, white flag in the air here tonight.
And with that, I know Cameron recently just had a bad points day. A great one goes to bad here for him. But Michael here has closed in on the gap on Cameron Hearn. It's going to be a good battle. Mike Rominger as well also had a great points night. They're going to finish 4th and 5th as Allen takes the checkered flag here.
Allen Elwood, our winner at Kentucky, and technically going back to back in the Cup Series here last season and this season. Congratulations goes to Allen Elwood here tonight.
And Homestead just got a lot more interesting next week, Joshua, with Allen winning here tonight, Cameron finishing 11th, and you got Mike Rominger and Michael Mueller, who we talked about in pre-race there, finishing 4th and 5th. It's really going to come down to those 3 drivers here next week.
Yes, it will. Homestead, Miami next week. But of course, Allen gonna burn it up here on the front stretch of Kentucky as the winner here tonight. We're gonna step away, get the top 3 up here for the MaxSpeedTV post-race show. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. We have caught up with our top 3 here tonight, and Gary has caught up with our 3rd place finisher here tonight, the number 14 GTR machine of GT Hawkins.
That was a great intro there for GT. GT, man, solid run here tonight. Great points tonight. Started 19th, going to finish in 3rd. Talk about your race, bud. It was pretty intense getting up through the field, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really difficult to pass. You naturally might get a little run off of 2, and then you just got to take the inside going into 3, but you'd be even pretty much through the middle of 3 and 4, and then out of 4, if you had that high lane, you just had such a run coming out, and it was really hard to pass. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Obviously didn't qualify very well again. That's just kind of my Achilles heel. So we'll work on that and try to get better starting positions, try to contend from the get-go. That's kind of my biggest hang up right now. But no, overall it was really fun, and I like the track, and yeah, that was a lot of work. I'm wore out.
Yeah, only one caution tonight, so you guys really didn't get a whole lot of rest time for sure. What do you think was the biggest factor, since we didn't really have any cautions much at all? What was your biggest factor just getting up through the field? Was it just your pit road entry and exit, how you got on and off pit road tonight? What was your biggest factor of getting up through this field up to 3rd place?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had 2 green flag stops, and the one I gained. I got in really well and got in my box well, and then the other one I lost. So it was a wash there. But if you were good on pit road, you could gain a spot or 2 there, or at least gain a lot of time. But the tire fall off was huge. I mean, I know tires matter on every track, but this tire fall off was very stiff. So I'd say probably managing your stuff early in the run, first 5 laps, and not get greedy and use up that right front.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, next week we go to Homestead Championship Week, man. Next week, how do you feel about Homestead? You any good there? I really can't recall if you racing there at Homestead in these Cup cars.
I don't think I've ever raced there in the Cup cars, honestly. So I don't really know what to expect. But I like the track. I think it's a lot of fun. It gets technical later, and obviously the multiple lane thing. That was kind of a factor tonight too, which was cool. When to run that kind of middle line and when to run the bottom. And, that decision on when you switch over, because if you go too high too quick, then you're going to lose a lot of time and vice versa. So I think Homestead will be similar in that regard, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to wrap it up here for you tonight. Any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give to your sponsors or anybody as we let you go celebrate 3rd here?
Yeah, I got to thank GTR Simulator, Rick Motec, my teammates, Extreme East Coast Motorsports, Extreme Motorsports, MaxSpeedTV, and all my friends, family. Thanks for watching, guys.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on third place here tonight. We'll let you go celebrate, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Oh, I cut him off. Oops.
Oops. Well, that happens.
My finger slipped.
Take off.
All righty, folks. Well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finisher here tonight, Garrett D. Grant, and I have caught up with him at the exit of pit road here, the Northern Capital 24 machine, Garrett D. Grant. It wasn't, of course, without a fight here tonight. You know, you of course had to have your own strategy, but man, talk about the racing here. One caution, green flag pit stops, pack racing. We had it all.
Yeah, we did. Racing was really good. It was pretty fun racing around everybody there. A lot of good, clean, hard racing there. Just didn't have the all-out speed I needed there. Alan and Cameron would just check out on me on the short run. I didn't have the short run speed, and then I could maybe gain a little bit on them on the long run, but just not enough to catch them.
What you came into tonight, I hate to bring it up, but we're going into the final round next week at Homestead. We'll get more on that here in just a second. But you came in tonight 7th in the point standings for the chase drivers, battling it for the championship. Definitely a good night for you, finishing second, but 54 points behind Cameron Hearn coming into tonight. What does that mean to you, racking up these points?
It feels pretty good. I didn't have the I barely scraped into the playoffs, and then just had a lot of bad runs. Just bad luck all around for Samson Motorsports this year. Just something just seems to go wrong, or we're crashing or something, or like David losing his internet while he's leading. You know, that's just our luck this season. But just real happy and fortunate, just the luck to turn around and just get second. I'm happy for that.
All right, Garrett. Well, we go to Homestead next week, of course, for the series finale for the Rick Motec Cup Series. What's your thoughts on Homestead?
I really like the track, and I do believe I won the season finale in the Cup Series last year, so hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah, okay. So my pick is going to be Garrett Grant.
Way to just jinx him right off the bat.
Well, Garrett, awesome job out here tonight. You know Homestead very well. So, we're looking forward to seeing what you can do to capitalize at Homestead next week. Any other final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate second here tonight?
Yeah, just thanks to Russ Anderson and Northern Capital for sponsoring the car. Finally got a good finish for him this year. And shout out to Rick Motec for sponsoring the series, Doug Designs and Rick Bell Custom Computers for sponsoring the series and stuff, and Rick for putting all this on for us, and you guys for broadcasting.
All right, Garrett. Awesome job out here tonight. We'll see you next week, bud, at Homestead.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight. He's going to go back-to-back at Kentucky, but Gary has caught up with Alwood here tonight.
Yeah, 2 in a row here at Kentucky and back-to-back seasons for Allen. I know it wasn't the way you wanted to win tonight. I know some lap cars kind of determined the outcome there with you and Cameron at the end, but talk about your race, bud. Started outside pole. You two were up front most of this race. Talk about your race tonight, bud.
Well, I tell you, coming into the race, considering how I ran last night, I wasn't sure how well I would do on the long run, because last night I really struggled on the long run. I had great short run speed, got the pole and everything, but I just couldn't, after 8 laps, everything fell off. So I wasn't sure how tonight was going to go, and it was a complete 180. I think I had the best long run speed, and I had pretty good short run speed too. So it really helped to only have one caution and just be able to, set the pace. Only have to battle a couple guys out there to be able to, stretch the gap on the rest of the field. So, I mean, I'm ecstatic that like you said, I mean, I didn't want to win it that way because I wanted to, truly hold Cameron off. Because Cameron's been the class of the field, between the Xfinity and the Cup Series. So I wanted to, have him in my mirror when I cross the line, and that would make it that much more better. But unfortunately, lap traffic kind of squandered that a little bit. But I mean, I'm through the roof.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have every right to be, man. I mean, you've had some really good runs, a lot of top fives, and a lot of top tens, but just haven't had that speed to finally get that dub, and you got it here tonight. Well, next week, we all know, championship week, Homestead. I know you guys are probably working hard already for next week's car. What's your expectations for Homestead? I can't really recall how you've ran here in the past, so you pretty good at Homestead?
Homestead's usually one of my better tracks, and I like the high side if it comes in. So I'm hoping that there'll be a couple lines that you can choose from, especially in the Cup car. Keep the momentum up the higher that you run. So I'm hoping that works out. Our team is always strong in the 1.5 miles, so I expect a good outing from us, and I know that Cameron's going to be battling for the driver championship, but ultimately the big picture next week, hopefully by then we'll have the team championship wrapped up, so we can just kind of go in there and see what we can do about getting Cameron the driver championship, and one of us other guys maybe come out with a win somehow.
Yeah, you guys getting the championship, and then of course you guys basically have the team championship locked up already going into next week. So, but anyway, congratulations to you on your second win of the season. Do you have any final thoughts or shout outs you want to give here? So let's go celebrate the dub.
Yeah, just everybody tonight ran a great race, and I'm really happy. We only had one caution, like I said earlier, so everybody drove a stellar race. It was action packed from start to finish, and I feel bad for Weishart because he had a fast car, and I've been there where you drop out and you feel helpless when your internet or something goes out. So I know he would have been there at the end, but everybody at VRA, like I said earlier, I wish Cameron would have been able to stick it out for the 1-2 and not have other circumstances dictate that. So feel bad for him, but everybody in VRA tonight put in a great effort. So Bruzy, thank them for being on the car each and every week, sticking with us here, and you guys here in the booth, Rick Matek for sponsoring the Cup Series, Extreme, all the admins and everybody that puts the show together. And last but not least, thank the fans for watching. It's cool to see everybody comment and, chime up out there in the race, cheering on their favorite driver. So it pushes you that much harder. So we appreciate everybody.
Absolutely. Well, we'll let you go celebrate that W, man. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Gary.
All righty, folks. Well, that's going to do it for the top three, but I'm seeing here in the penalty chart directly from the admin race violation penalties.
Yes.
Lap
So we are
150, car number 15, intentional wrecking the 10 of Gary May.
Well, and we did see that there was contact between him and Gary May through turns 3 and 4, and I know Cameron was very upset about that, but seeing that there's intentional wrecking going on, that will be a penalty. Going to be some big chase implications right there for Cameron Hearn. He let his temper get the best of him right there in that situation.
You cannot do that here in Extreme, folks.
You know, what do they say in college basketball? If there's a foul, you can't do that.
Technical foul from the 15.
So he will get a points penalty. It'll be interesting to see what the admins come up with for that. Definitely going to shake up the results here tonight. So just keep your eyes peeled. Points will be updated shortly.
I was just seeing that, and I was shocked. But however, that is coming from the admins. We will separate ourselves and get down here to the unofficial results, pending any admin stuff they have to do here tonight. But Allen gonna grab the win here tonight, back to back at Kentucky for the Cup Series. Congratulations goes to Alan Elwood. Garrett D. Grant, awesome job by Garrett as well in second. GT in third. Mike Rominger, hey, coming back. Hey, he's going to grab a top 5 in fourth. And Mueller there, hey, Awesome run by Michael Mueller in 5th. Tyler Hallman 6th as well. Michael Thwaite 7th. Travis McDaniel 8th. Ed Morse 9th. And John Sterling going to round out that unofficial top 10.
Well, in P11 here, we've got Cameron Hearn. 12th place is going to be Davey Hendricks. 13th, Delonte Ballard. 14th, going to be Mike Rominger. 15th is going to be William Hartman. 16th, Christian DeBoer. 17th is going to be Logan Keiss. 18th, Jacob Bell. 19th, Casey Duncan. And rounding out your top 20, not the greatest night for Rob Haynes tonight.
All right. Gary May, 21st. Brandon Freeze, 22nd. Brett Cool, 23rd. Check them guess. Might not be the flu. Tom Massey, 24th. Jacob Lee, 25th. David Weishart, not Weisenhart, in 26th. Bobby Ditch, 27th. Danny Ware, 28th. And rounding out the field, a tough break for that 17 machine of Tommy Haynes. But, Gary, awesome job by Alan Elwood here tonight. We've got one more week here at Extreme, and it's Homestead Week, starting with the Doug Design ARCA series next Monday night.
Well, and we see that the ARCA points are so tight. There's a 1-point lead. Brendan Elbook is going to come in with the point lead. It's going to be a crazy battle. We're also going to have a crazy battle here in Cup when we get to Thursday. But Monday night, I think the fans are going to be in for a hell of a show.
Oh, it's going to be a hell of a show for sure. Stay tuned, folks. We've got more action. Next week, Homestead here on MaxSpeedTV for Round 5 season finale week, as well as series finale week here for Extreme Motorsports. You don't want to miss it. Monday through Thursday, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, right here on MaxSpeedTV. Thank you all so much. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.